basically two ways with which you can deploy a website using Netlify. The first one is to connect with your Git or repository, and the second one is to manually deploy it by dragging and dropping your code folder or the output folder. The timeline is given on the right hand side in this video and even in the description so that you can jump to whichever way you want to deploy your website. Now search for Netlify on Google and hit the first link. Over here you are greeted with two options: login and sign up. I already have an account, so I'm going to log in, but if you don't have an account, create your account by hitting the sign up button. It is super simple and it is free. Once you log in, if you have a free account as I do, you will have a few bars showing bandwidth used, build minutes, conquered builds, and members. Now if you want to upgrade any of this, then hit the upgrade button on top right hand side. But in my opinion, any beginner or intermediate developer is better off with these limits. So the first method, which is connecting a repository, basically allows automatic deploys, which means once you update a code in the repository, Netlify will automatically detect that and update the website deployed too. You can change that in the settings, but by default automatic deploys are turned on. Netlify gives three Git provider options, namely GitHub, GitLab, and Bitbucket. In this video, I am going to show you how to deploy using GitHub, but it's basically the same technique for others too. Hit the Add New Site button, which is besides the site's text, and select Import an existing project from the drop-down menu. Now select the Git provider you want to deploy from. I'm going to select GitHub and a new window should open. For the first time, you will have to log in and authorize Netlify to view your repositories and organizations. But as I have already connected my GitHub, it is going to show me authorized. Now your repositories will be shown. Search for the repositories you want to deploy. Next, you will be given options to specify the build command. If your code is a simple .html or .css file, then no need to specify it. But if you select a repository like let's say which has React coded, then Netlify will automatically detect that and specify build command. Then you will be given base directory and publish directory. Moreover, you can specify which branch you want to deploy from. Now, the next step would be to hit the deploy button and Netlify will automatically go and deploy the website and give its own domain name. But if you want to change the domain name, I'll show you later in the video. Now, to preview a website, there are basically two ways. First one is select the preview button, or else go to the site overview and click on the domain name. Now for the manual deploy method, on the main homepage, after you log in, click on add new site and select the manual deploy option from the drop down menu, where you just drag and drop your code folder and that's all. Your site will be deployed. Now, depending upon your code, deploying time varies. Like if you're deploying a React code, then it will take a few moments. But a simple HTML code deployment is blazing quick. Now, as I said earlier in the video, let me show you how to change the domain name. It doesn't matter if you deploy using method 1 or method 2, it is basically the same. So, on the home page, select the site of which you want to change the domain name. Then, under the site name, you will be greeted with two buttons, site settings and domain settings. Select on domain settings. Now, if you have already purchased a domain name from somewhere else, then select add custom domain. But if you want to just change the name of the site and are okay with the netlify.app extension, then click options and select edit site name from the drop down menu and then put something of your own and click save. Your domain name would be changed just like that. That's all for this video, and make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more content. Thank you.